We've seen several operational miscommunications recently. From your perspective, which department is usually the hardest to coordinate with? I wouldn't necessarily describe any department as difficult because each team operates under different priorities and operational pressures. However, departments with highly dynamic operations, such as banquets and F&B, often present greater coordination challenges due to rapid business changes and time-sensitive decisions. In many cases, the issue is not resistance, but differing operational perspectives and communication timing. Strong alignment becomes much easier when departments share common business objectives and communicate proactively. How should finance and operations work together more effectively? Finance and operations should function as business partners rather than separate control functions. Operations drives guest experience and revenue generation, while finance provides visibility, analysis, and financial discipline. Effective collaboration requires regular communication, shared forecasting assumptions, and early involvement in operational planning. The most successful hotels usually have strong alignment between operational execution and financial objectives. What communication problems happen most often between departments? One of the most common issues is delayed information sharing. Operational decisions are sometimes made without sufficient financial visibility, while finance may not fully understand operational urgency or service challenges. Another common issue is inconsistent assumptions during budgeting and forecasting processes. In addition, communication can become reactive during busy periods instead of proactive and structured. Most communication gaps are not caused by lack of effort, but by lack of alignment and timing. Finance reports can sometimes feel too technical. How do you explain financial information to non-finance teams? I believe financial communication should always connect back to operational realities. Instead of focusing only on accounting terminology, I try to explain how financial performance impacts daily operations, department goals, and overall business success. Visual trends, operational examples, and simple KPI comparisons are often much more effective than detailed spreadsheets alone. The objective is helping departments understand the business story behind the numbers rather than simply presenting data. What makes interdepartmental meetings truly effective? Effective meetings require preparation, clarity, accountability, and open communication. Participants should clearly understand the business objective before the meeting begins. Discussions should remain solution-oriented rather than overly focused on blame or departmental silos. In addition, follow-up accountability is critical. Without clear action ownership, meetings often become repetitive instead of productive. Strong leadership alignment also helps departments make faster and more consistent decisions. Sometimes finance focuses too heavily on cost control and not enough on operational reality. I understand that concern, and maintaining balance is extremely important. Finance should absolutely support operational realities and guest experience priorities. At the same time, financial discipline is necessary to ensure long-term business sustainability. The best solutions usually come from collaboration rather than one department working independently. Ultimately, both operations and finance share the same objective: sustainable business performance and strong guest satisfaction. What should be our top communication priority moving forward? I believe our top priority should be improving proactive cross-department communication. Departments should align earlier during planning stages rather than reacting after issues occur. In addition, creating stronger operational visibility around forecasts, staffing, and major business activities would improve coordination significantly. A culture of transparency, collaboration, and shared accountability will strengthen both operational efficiency and financial performance. How do we improve accountability? I believe accountability improves when expectations, ownership, and follow-up processes are clearly defined across departments. Teams perform more effectively when business objectives, KPIs, and responsibilities are transparent from the beginning. Regular performance reviews, structured action tracking, and timely communication also help strengthen accountability culture. At the same time, accountability should remain solution-oriented rather than overly punitive. In hospitality environments, sustainable accountability is usually built through leadership consistency, collaboration, and operational discipline. Why do departments still operate in silos? Department silos often develop because teams become highly focused on their own operational priorities and performance pressures. In fast-paced hotel environments, communication can sometimes become reactive instead of collaborative, especially during busy operational periods. Another factor is that departments may not always fully understand how their decisions impact other operational areas or overall business performance. Strong cross-functional communication, shared business objectives, and leadership alignment are essential to reducing silo mentality. Can meeting efficiency improve further? Yes, I believe meeting efficiency can improve through stronger preparation, clearer objectives, and more structured follow-up. Meetings are most effective when participants understand the purpose in advance and discussions remain focused on decisions and action items rather than excessive reporting. Clear accountability after meetings is also critical because operational progress depends heavily on execution and follow-through. In my opinion, shorter, more focused meetings with stronger preparation often produce better operational outcomes. How much flexibility should departments have? Departments should have enough flexibility to respond effectively to operational realities and guest expectations. Hospitality operations are highly dynamic, so managers often need the ability to make quick decisions based on business conditions. However, flexibility should remain aligned with financial controls, brand standards, and overall business objectives. The goal is balancing operational agility with organizational consistency and accountability. How can finance become more operationally supportive? Finance can become more operationally supportive by increasing communication, operational involvement, and business partnership mindset. Rather than focusing only on reporting and control, finance should actively participate in operational planning and decision-making discussions. Understanding daily operational challenges allows finance to provide more practical analysis and commercially realistic recommendations. Strong collaboration between finance and operations improves both decision quality and business alignment significantly. Can communication training improve leadership culture? Absolutely. Communication training can significantly strengthen leadership effectiveness, collaboration, and employee engagement across the organization. In hospitality environments, leaders constantly manage operational pressure, guest expectations, and cross-department coordination. Strong communication skills help leaders provide clearer direction, reduce misunderstanding, and handle difficult conversations more professionally. Over time, better communication culture can improve trust, morale, and operational alignment throughout the hotel. How do we reduce internal friction? Reducing internal friction starts with improving transparency, communication timing, and shared accountability. Many conflicts develop because departments operate under different priorities and limited visibility into each other's challenges. Encouraging earlier collaboration and solution-oriented discussion can reduce unnecessary tension significantly. Leadership behavior is also extremely important because teams usually follow the communication style modeled by senior management. In the long term, strong organizational culture and mutual respect are critical for reducing operational friction.